Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. So we are finished with the Thunderbird, the 87 Turbo Coupe Thunderbird, black in color, red pinstripe. It turned out pretty good, pretty happy with it. Stole some decals out of another bird kit to put on this one because this kit did not come with decals. I did not put a license plate on it yet, which I really would like to do that before I get too much further. But yeah, I haven't done that part yet. That's the only thing I didn't do. So I super detailed under the hood. Well, my consideration of super detail, I know there's a lot of guys that do way more than that probably. But for me, I don't do that a lot. So this was kind of a super detail for me. So I'll tell you what we did. It has both heater hoses, has both radiator hoses, has both AC lines. It has plug wires. It has battery wires. It has a wire to the alternator, and it has a throttle body cable, like your throttle cable. So that's what I did on the hood. So I was pretty impressed myself. I don't usually do that. So yeah, I got one glitch in it. My fatty sausage fingers. I thought I was good to go. I pulled my finger away, and I thought, why, man? Why does this always happen to me? It's always at one spot every time. I think I can touch it up. I'm hoping I can, because every time I look at it now, I'm going to look right at that spot and thinking, you idiot, why'd you do that? So, before I show you that one, I can't leave nothing alone. I always think of whatever I got going on in here. So, back in the day, I built this Mustang Trio kit. Stole my wife's coffee cup. Anyways, I bought this kit back in the day. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this kit. So the box is ripped. This is from 1998. So it's probably the time I bought this. So I thought it'd be really cool. Hey, let's go through and streamline it. Let's mass produce these and just build them all at one time. Paint all the chassis, do all the engines, do everything all at one time. And then just put them all together. That was the dumbest thing I ever could do. Everything got mixed, matched, tossed around. Yeah, I mean, you need a whatever table to do this. So being I like my pinstripe that turned out nice in the T-Bird, I thought it'd be really cool to do on the Fox body. Little convertible that's in there. So this is the kit that was in the box. That thing's been sitting in there forever. Got a piece of hair in there from somewheres back in the day. Look how dirty and nasty it is. This box sat for a long time with the top. The top is ripped off in it. So it just sat on the shelf, no top on it. And I'm going to strip this down. I never did paint the bumper. The nose never got painted. The hood never got painted. So that's easy round there. I did the interior. I did the chassis. So that's kind of nasty looking. I might have to do a little redo. Not sure on that one yet. And the interior looks like death. I just obviously black spray bombed everything. And I don't know what's with the paint, but it almost looks like fuzzy, almost like it's got like a texture to it. It's kind of weird. Like it's super flat, you know what I mean? It's advanced flat. So I'm going to paint that. I'm going to strip it. I'm going to paint it. And then I'm going to get on that USACC build because I've been procrastinating. I'm putting the pro in procrastination on that thing. My kid's got a t-shirt with that years ago. Don't know where it went. It's kind of funny though. So, because I got to get that done so we can get on to something bigger and better. But I wanted to get the T-Bird done first, so it is now done. I think it turned out pretty nice, except for my one little glitch. And like most kits, man, the hood just don't sit down as nice as I'd like it to. You know what I mean? It's got just a little raise in the front. I even tried lifting the nose up a little bit, and I cannot get it to sit tight. I even took the hood and sanded the bottom of it to lower it down, and I got it almost, but man, I just got that little wave in the front, and I don't see what it's hitting on. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like it's just tight sitting in there. So it's my only other glitch. So other than that, it turned out pretty nice. Put an antenna on it, antenna base, and I took a little bit of not really oil or grease, but just a little bit of like WD-40 and just wiped the metal, and I spray painted it. And what that did is it bubbled the paint as it went on the antenna. So you see a lot of these cars where it's got like the twisted wire inside the antenna. It kind of give that effect to it, so it's not just a straight piece of wire sticking out of there. It's got a little bit of a bubble look to it. I think it looks pretty cool. I'll spin this around and let you take a look at it. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, guys, this is the bird. Like I say, I'm pretty happy with this. Turned out pretty good. So there's no clear coat, nothing like that. So I just wiped it down. I didn't wax it or anything. So not too bad. Like I say, I stole the decals out of the Bob Glidden Pro Stock kit for the nose decal. And the decals on the side that says Turbo Coupe, those are out of the, let's see, Motorworks, I believe it is, a silver box art T-Bird. That had nice decals in that set, which also came with a bird for the nose. So that came with the Turbo Coupe decals. And that kit also would have came with the sail panel decals for the bird emblem up there, along with the Turbo Coupe emblems on the trunk lid. And it says Thunderbird. So I will in time maybe find one of those so I can put those on, because those are too fine to try to paint. I can see that getting messed up. But my red pinstripe turned out pretty good with the bare metal foil. Like I say, I tried to paint that, but being on black, even if I tried to stencil it, I tried this before on one of these, and it's just, you have to almost prime it first, because the red just does not show on the black. So either you're going to give it multiple coats, or it's just, and then by then it just makes a mess of everything. So like I say, that turned out pretty nice. Like I say, it's one of my favorite cars. I know a lot of guys are like, yeah, it's alright, but to me this is, I just love the nose on this car. I just think that's very cool looking. Very cool. So I was happy this kit turned out the way it did. I may have put a little more love in this one than usual, but that's okay. So I'm planning on building another one of these, and I'm thinking about doing in that Eleanor, that pepper gray. I think that'd look pretty cool. Or I might do a white one like the box art shows. So I was telling you about my antenna. See where it's got the ripples in there? Like I say, I know like real antennas, they have like a wire wrapped around it. So I just took a little piece of styrene and made a base for it, drilled a hole in it, and drilled a hole in the fender and slid it all together, and there we go. I can put the rear view mirror in this time. I don't usually do that a lot of times. So yeah. So here's my glitch I'm going to tell on myself, because it's just the way it is. I got to fix that. That looks rough. Ouch. I think I can get it fixed. I even thought about putting just a touch of clear coat on it, because it'll actually go away, because it's actually smooth, because I tried to wipe it. And I thought, wow, nice black paint job. And yeah, there we go. So let me take the hood off, and we'll take a look underneath the bonnet and see what we got going on down there. Okay, so like I say, I detailed this up pretty good for myself anyways. Like I say, I don't usually detail into my hoods all that well. I'll paint the engine up, do all that, but this has heater hoses on it, both hoses. And it's got both AC lines on. Like I say, we got spark plug wires, battery terminals, alternator wire, both radiator hoses. And I noticed I lost my ground wire, and I see it sitting on the bench over there, so that's a good time. And I also put a throttle cable on there. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, so anyways, that is the Thunderbird build. So let's take a look underneath here. Nothing super crazy, just enough to say we're done. Did some nice pretty blue shocks. The only thing I kind of doing another one of these in hindsight, I've had tons of these models, and this is actually the second one I've ever finished, ever. And I have to say this was probably one of my better ones. The only thing I'd have to do next time is, I do not like the wheel stance in the back. I think it sits up too high, or it just needs a bigger wheel, but I think that just the whole thing needs to come down more. Even the front seems like it's up a little high. Like I say, or the wheel's just a little too small, one or the other. That'd be my only thing for next time around. But other than that, I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. Throw the old hood ski back on here. So like I say, I shaved the hood down like you wouldn't believe. I'll let you look underneath it. It looks pretty ugly. Repainted it, and I mean, I shaved that down. I had the intercooler piece under there. Took that off because I thought, okay, why is the hood sticking up? Because it was actually pretty bad. I took the hinges off, so hold on just a second here. Okay, I made a prop rod for it too. I thought that'd be kind of cool. So I don't have hinges on this because, like I say, I fought and fought with it. But I thought a prop rod looked pretty neat. But I don't know if I want to display it with the prop rod because I just like the looks of it down. But you know what, I did do the hood, you know, everything pretty good underneath the hood. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that is the Thunderbird. And like I say, I was pretty happy the way this turned out. So we're going to wrap this up, and now we're going to get on to that. First, we're going to paint the Mustang, and then we're getting back onto that Plymouth. So, all right, guys, we'll wrap this up. So once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the channel and following along on the Build Bird here. And we will see you on the next video. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.